has been pioneered here in China over the last couple of years has done amazing good. But instead of saying, look at all these roads, look at all of these villages, look at all of these new apartments for people that lived in rural countryside, look at all of these train routes, look at all of this infrastructure, they say, oh, they just lowered the level of poverty, so they lifted everybody out by default. Oh, the only reason that you'd say that is because you're literally missing the nuance in the situation. There is a level that has been set. And then if people can get above that level, the level is very low. People in the West might have trouble even understanding how somebody could survive on such a low level. But China's trying to bring everybody up. Everybody in the whole country. And I've traveled around China. I've seen a lot of it. I've seen the I don't want to say they're homeless shelters, but they're apartment buildings, big blocks of apartment buildings that for almost nothing people can move into from the countryside. I just made a video recently of a village down south here on my other channel, Jayo Nation, of a village that was being demolished. It's surrounded by these sorts of apartment buildings. And what happened is the people in the village, many of them I know, were waiting for the day that their village would be slotted for negotiation, because the city, Ningbo, will come to the village leaders, and bring everybody together and say, listen, the village is old, it's 1,000+ years old. This isn't like a historic village. This isn't like, there's not some big monumental temples here. This is just a normal village in China. They approach a village and they say, it's time for an upgrade. We need to get rid of the old in this circumstance, and we need to build some new. We need to innovate. We need to look towards the future. It's not a nefarious thing. It's not like they're destroying these villages just so that they can ruin people's lives. As a matter of fact, they actually reward the people by saying, let's negotiate. Let's find a better place for you to live in apartments down the road, even keeping the people together. So the communities actually sort of stay in the same apartment blocks in many cases. You'll even find people that'll negotiate hard. Maybe they'll get a little bit more. Maybe they'll say, I'm not leaving until you guys give me what I want. And those people are like squatters, and they'll squat in the village. You actually watch that video I made. They squatted in that village. They're still squatting in that village. And there's not much left of the village to squat in. And some people might say that's wrong. And I guess if, you can look at it from many different perspectives. That's what this channel is about, nuance. But on a whole, that village is going to be wiped out. Some of the remnants might be kept in sort of historic form, and it's going to be built into something better for the whole community. Is it better roads, better water, better housing, more clean, But people look at it and they say, the CCP kicked those people out of their houses, and it's only wrong. And it's so crazy to have that attitude when I would have to imagine 95% of that people, maybe 98% of the people in that village, had been waiting for the government to come and knock at their door and say it's time to consider, moving out of this village.